Hi everybody, it's Cricket from Woolly Cricket. Glad to be back. Let me shut my door so I don't bother everybody in the house. Come on in here, buddy. Come on. Come on, it's okay. You can come in here. I guess I'm not shutting the door because the puppy wants in, so here he comes. Here he comes. You gonna lay down in here with me while I work? Come say hi to everybody. Come here. Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Can't see you. They can't see you. You want a blanket to lay on? He just needed his butt patted, I guess. Okay, hi. Let's start over. Everybody calls me Cricket. I'm Woolly Cricket. You can find me on everything Pinterest, Instagram, all of it, Ravelry. Facebook is Woolly Cricket. Get out of that bag, please. You can't have the wool. Goodness. We are going to have an issue doing this today, aren't we, with you? Huh? We are going to have an issue today. Now he's gone. I don't know how long, but he's gone. Comic relief, people. Comic relief. He likes wool, and I just got some new wool and an alpaca, and he just stuck his head in the bag. Okay. Woolly Cricket. That's where you find me. Everything Woolly Cricket. It's been a long time since I've podcasted. My husband has some serious back and neck injuries, and it's taken a long time to work that issue out, and we're still working on it. So I'd like to get back because I don't have many friends at knit. I don't have many friends, period. But I would like to get back to talking to you guys and checking everybody out and see what you're working on and see how you're holding up through the winter. And because we're already getting snow here, we got about 6 inches last night, so that and it was really wet. Normally it's not that wet here, but it was really wet. And I'm going to just ramble about craziness, I guess, today because I'm out of practice, and I hope you forgive me for that. I'll get better again as we go. Okay. Let's see. What do you want to talk about first? Got the husband out of the way. We got who I am, how to get a hold of me. I didn't knit for a while because I had so many other things to do. I am back to knitting now. I did. This is headed out. Put my hand over the a little sweater going out. That one was today's. Let's see. My dentist. Sorry, top of my head. I hope you guys will find this as amusing as I do, because I'm a mess. I'm just a crazy mess in here. All right. So, and this little bag was a lunch bag that I got at Big Lots when they started going out of business, and I think I gave $9 for it, and it had the little containers, and I've used this more than any of my expensive bags. Don't know why it suits my knitting style, but it's been amazing. So, okay, so this is my attempt. Goodness, now I've got it on circular needles, it's hard to show. This is my attempt at socks for a man. Did 72 stitches. I went down to a 0 needle because I felt like I'm a very, very loose knitter, and I felt like my socks were a little bit sloppy looking. And I've got another pair over here I'll show you in a minute that's finished. But I still need to work on, I'm struggling with socks, people, and I love socks. I love to look at them. I'd love to have them, but yeah, mine just does not look like everybody else's, because I don't do well with magic loop. I don't do well with two different cable needles. I don't know why. That's hard for me because I can knit with double pointed needles. But I still every now and then get little ladders that makes it look a little bit off. and that bothers me, of course. So I don't want to knit socks on double pointed needles because it has those little ladders sometimes, not always. So I went to a 9-inch circular, which I like, except for the fact that I am a continental knitter and I can't maneuver the little bitty ends very well with being a continental knitter. It hurts my hands. So I've learned to be English and throw only with a 9-inch circular needles doing socks, or if I'm doing color work. I know, we're back to being all over the place with everything in it and nothing's good. But when I get to the heel part on my socks, then I can't do those with those little 9-inch circulars, and I have to go back to either a longer circular needle or double pointed needles to do the heel flap and gusset or the short row heel. And then my stitches look a little bigger again. And I'm like, okay, am I going to have to get double zeros to do the heels? And I did learn to do the ribbing this time on the socks I'm going to show you. On the 9-inch circulars, it was slow and I'm impatient. But I did do 15 rows on 60 stitch count pair of socks for ribbing. So the only thing that looks a little weird is the toe and the heel. And I'll show you that. Let me get them for you. And I got more done than I thought I did. Okay, more things. More things that's done. Yeah. Yep. Throw it in the floor. Everything goes in the floor. Good thing I got new rugs in here. Okay. So, this is the first sock I've done in a long time, and that's Afterthought Heel. And I'll show you the difference between the toe stitches and the body stitches. And there's the toe stitches and the body stitches, and there's a slight difference in my tension. That's because I'm knitting it two different ways, and I'm not good at tightening up continental or loosening up English style. So, but we're making an effort. We're learning. And that's what it's all about with knitting, right? Is learning. So, this goes to the nurse receptionist at my dentist office because they're going to retire soon. So, giving them something to remember their pain in the butt patient by. And the blue socks is the doctor. And the other hygienist does not want socks, so I made her some cotton dishcloths because she likes those. So, that's got all the sock and the dentist stuff out of the way. I guess we're going to do finished objects first since we've already started that way. This is for the little girl next door, and she said she wanted teal, so she picked the color out. I made it a little bit bigger so she would have room to grow just a little. And then I've got, if you make one, and they're sisters, the least one is just now starting school, and the other one is like in the 2nd or 3rd grade. So when you make one, you have to make the other, right? So the oldest one wanted a black sweater with lime green leaves around the belly, just a band, and then green cuffs on the sleeves. So I'll be anxious to see what that ends up looking like. It could be very cute. I'm just not used to seeing color work around the belly, but who knows? It may be a new trend. So I started on this day before yesterday, and she's going to have like a 78-inch chest circumference, and the little one has a 25.5-inch chest. No, 24.5-inch chest circumference. She's actually a 22, and this one is a 25. So they've got 2-3 inches of ease. And I'm trying to decide how far down before I start. I think her body length is about 19 inches. So if I divide that into threes, it'll be the top, the middle, a band. 19 won't exactly go into 3, but I can be close enough. Into about 3s, then the band should go at after the second 2/3, I'm thinking. Never done one, so I don't know. We will see. So that's a work in progress. I guess we're going to just mix them in between. Whatever I'm near my hands is what I'm going to pick up and show you. So next is I just got a contract from a pet store, and she wants a purple crew neck cabled dog sweater. And you know this is my time of year to do a lot of cabled dog sweaters. Cabled dog sweaters. So I will be doing that tonight, and then depending on how long that takes, because it's a small, it may be just today. Then tomorrow I'll start back on the child sweater because it's snowing and they're little and they're anxious to get them. And then once that's done, then I will do the doctor's socks. And that's everything I have on my list that I want to do. But I have things. I was going to show you too. This is my, can't lose that, it's the only one I got. This is my 24-25 calendar planner. And it's pretty good. It goes the rest of this year and all next year. And I use an orange highlighter a lot. That's my color. When we're all working on things, people I have knitting with me work on things, everybody gets their highlighter color. So I ended up getting stuck with orange, and then I saw this and I went, okay, that goes with my orange. It'll be my year planner this year. So I was happy to get that. They're only like $9.98 at Sam's here. So my friend in Canada had never had a planner, and last year I got her one and sent it to her, and she seems to really like them now, so I sent her another one for this year. So maybe she can see different kinds and see if there's something else she likes better. I'm trying to think what else I need to tell you or show you. I did get, I'm always going to jump off. And this is my new knit room, everybody, where we moved. We had moved also when my husband hurt his neck because the landlady decided she was going up at least 50%, and she had just went up another like 12 or 13% before that, just a few months ago. So we were like, with him being on long-term disability, we just couldn't afford another large increase. So I made that. I asked her, I said, well, when does this start? And she said, well, your rent's due in 12 days. So the increase went into effect in 12 days. So I paid it, and then I paid the next month and turned in that we were going to move. And she said, well, that's okay. We're selling the house anyway. So they hadn't planned on even telling us they were selling the house that I know of, or that I could tell. So luckily, we've got a place, and I had to move all my knitting stuff, which took forever. But I'm still finding things, still missing things that I can't find. And all the yarn that was in tubs in my basement there, I don't have a basement here, so I had to put them in this room, in my knitting room, instead of just totes. And luckily this knitting room is like 3 foot longer than the one I had before, so I can cram it in here. But it's like the other one. It's got wall to wall yarny goodness. So let me show you what I just got. And I got it at the Loopy U. So I just I got this at Holst Garn. Let me see if it still has the color in it. It's called Treasure. So this is Treasure, and this is, I don't think it actually has a color name. It's just Tynan Silk Mohair, and the number is 9080. So I'm thinking that will be my next design. I'm going to use these two together. We will see. You know, I talk a lot about doing another design, but I get busy and sidetracked and don't. I've got it in my head, people. It's just not on my needles. So I'm hoping that, let's see how many projects I got. 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping after those 3 that I can start on this. Yep, there I go. Every time I stop saying something, I say, sorry, I'll try to correct that again. The little girls next door know that I knit. They saw me out knitting, and I was just hanging. I've got a lot of little baby sweaters, and I was hanging them out on a planter hook, one of those hooks that's got like 3 arms coming off one post, and I hung them out there so they could get some sunshine and air out. And people were stopping, and I'm like, okay, this mostly just things I knit to be knitting, but yeah, if I make some money off of it, that's great. I can buy more better. And let's see, what else? I'm talked about what I want to work on. I want it to be a cardigan. I don't know if I want a V-neck or if I want a shawl collar. Those are my favorite. I have sort of started leaning toward, you remember the old poodle skirts and the little lightweight crew neck cardigans that people wore with them? I think I would like to have a crew neck cardigan as well, but I want it in something a lot lighter and not as woolly as that, just to throw on when it's cool here in the house. And I'm not sure. I have my dog and my son's 2 dogs, and they're white and gray, and mine's black, a boxer, and before I could get a darker color and my dog hair wouldn't show up too bad on it. My hair is a different story, but now I have all 3 of them, and there's just dog hair. And if you have dogs and you know, no matter how careful you are, there's dog hair somewhere every time. But I'm trying to figure out if that's going to be the best color for me to do the first one and then do the little one, or do the little one and do the shawl collar bigger one later. But I guess we'll see when I get there. Now, I just wanted to say hi, stop off. You know, it's been a long time, since probably before February, almost 10, 11 months is going on now. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but I have to take care of my family, and it just didn't allow me hardly any time to do anything. And I'm rocking again. You guys must make me nervous because I rock back and forth. I've got a friend that could use some help if anybody's in need of some yarn. It's Little Cotton Puff the Magic Rabbit on I think on Facebook and Etsy. So go look at her yarn, and if you can give her some love, she could use a little extra pick me up right now. I think everybody could, but you know, she's the one I know about, so that's what I'm going to share. Ivana on The Republic of Me. I watch her podcast sort of religiously. She is now doing stitch markers. I had some pictures on Instagram, if you saw them, that Ivana sent me those. They are beautiful stitch markers and progress markers. So if you go to The Republic of Me and you can go to her blog, she's selling her, and they're resin, they're very light. They look heavy, they look like marble, but they're very light. And she's selling those and some of her hand spun yarn, gorgeous yarn. So that's Ivana from The Republic of Me. You can get to her site through her YouTube, and then underneath it'll go to her blog, and she may have a link in there. I haven't looked, but I watch her. She just had a new episode up, and she's designing mosaic knitting, which I'm jealous, but I just can't seem to wrap my head around mosaic knitting for right now. Something to work on later, right? Along with intarsia. Those are the 2 things that seems to be the knitting area that gives me the most trouble. Okay, let's see. We've gone through Mandy and Ivana, and there was one more I was wanting to tell you about. Oh, Sheila. Sheila's knitting, and then I think she's got Sheila's shopping and cooking or something. She has 2 channels. Sheila's in the UK, and she is so funny and so talented. Sheila is she does primarily cardigans. It's her own patterns. She writes up her own patterns. She knits them so quick. I hope you didn't hear that. It's my belly growling. Must be hungry. She does a lot of baby cardigans. She has since started picking up and doing some adult cardigans, but I think she prefers the baby ones. She goes on a rant every now and then, which is understandable. She deals with a lot of stuff running her business, so she tells you about her experiences there, which is good to know because some of them relate to us, the other YouTubers, and other people in general. But Sheila's knitting. Go check her out. Her pattern prices, if you're in the market for cardigans, baby cardigans patterns, or knitting patterns, her patterns are really reasonably priced, and I didn't find it hard to understand. She also does knitting baskets in sets of 3, like the nesting baskets, and she crochets those very fast. And then she also has been doing here lately crocheted phone case or caddy, whatever you want to call it. She crochets a long strip, and then she lines it with fabric, and she folds this end up longer and then this end shorter to make sort of a flap, and then she puts those plastic snaps on it, and she calls them poppers, which is so cute. She puts her poppers on there, and then she crochets a big long strap where you can wear it. Everybody's been wearing theirs a crossbody, so she makes those. If you want something from Sheila, she is in such demand that you may get her make you something by sending her a message, or you may find something in her Etsy or eBay store. As far as I know, she doesn't have a lot in there because it goes so fast, and she can't hardly get anything finished that somebody's not already asked for it. But extremely talented, extremely talented. So, leave me a comment and say hi. Let me know how you're doing, how the weather is, what you're knitting on. If you're excited to start new projects, have you got your Christmas knitting done? People, I didn't knit anything for Christmas. I guess the kids' sweaters next door will be sort of like a Christmas present, but I didn't knit anything for anybody for Christmas. I feel so bad. But most of the things I've got that are going out are gifts, like the dishcloths and the 2 pairs of socks are gifts, and then the 2 little girls' sweaters are gifts. So I could maybe hang on to them and give them for Christmas. I don't think I will because it's already cold, and I want them to have them and get use out of them as fast as they can. But I don't think there's anything else that that I need to tell you right now. I will try to get more things together. I miss you guys terribly. It's fun to get to talk to somebody else that knits. And I didn't mean for this to be so long, but I will talk to you guys soon. I can't guarantee when. As soon as I can. I'm hoping to get back on a regular week to week podcast. But hope you had a good Halloween. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving.